Talks are advanced between Man United and PSG for Manuel Ugarte, this shortly after the player agreed personal terms with the Red Devils. Guess what? Sir Jim Ratcliffe is taking this whole football thing way too serious. The guy is setting up an army to destroy football. This should be illegal, fam. Sir Jim's not finished with you yet. Jim's not finished with you yet. Sir Jim is so dangerous. Sir Jim is a bad boy, yeah. Like, share, subscribe to the United Sport because the party is just about to start. I feel like shifting completely from where I am to Manchester. I just camp there. I don't want to miss anything to do with Manchester United. I'm not so far from it. I could move there, but it's, I mean, I needed motivation. If I ever needed motivation to go back to Manchester, I think I'm getting it, guys. Very soon, I might become the next Manchester resident because of what is happening. You need to be around. You see, the thing with Man United, when things are moving good, the atmosphere around this club is so good. And remember, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is also working on improving the whole ecosystem surrounding Old Trafford. Trust you me, next season is going to be something different. Look at this army. I need to show it to you one more time. And we've not even 100% sealed Manuel Ugarte yet. We've not sealed Mathis Delete yet. We are certainly on the way to sealing them. But look at that, guys. Look at that army. It's a gang. Sir Jim is El Chapo, and he's the leader of the gang. Boy, this Manchester United is going to be so exciting. Look at just those kids. Hoyland, Ahmad, Zakzi, Kobe, this of course should be their future captain. Lenny Yoro, Alejandro Garnacho, boss, this football we're about to play is going to be something different. And I think, honestly, like in all factors constant, no injuries and stuff, in 2 seasons, this squad is going to be worth no less than 1.5 billion pounds. These players, this whole squad is going to be worth not less than 1.5 billion pounds. The whole money that Sir Jim Ratcliffe put in to get the 27.7% of Man United, he's going to develop this because look at Hoyland. Hoyland has the potential in 2 years to be the hottest striker, and he will be in his prime to be the hottest striker in global football. Perhaps by that time, because of the inflation that we see, he will be a 300 million pounds player as being the hottest striker. Zakzi has the potential in 2 years to be perhaps a 100 million pounds player. Amad Diallo, we know what he's capable of. For Kobe, Kobe is about already now. Kobe for me is worth about 300 or 400 million pounds already now. In 2 years, it will be different. Garnacho, nearly the same thing. This young boy, Lenny Yoro, is another Kobe Maino. Is another generational talent. And we've not added Manuel Ugarte, who has agreed personal terms. We've not added Mathis Delete. Guys, this is insane. Sir Jim is so dangerous. Sir Jim is so dangerous. Sir Jim is a bad boy, yeah. Unleash the dragon. Let we have Snapdragon. This is what they meant. Oh, so Sir Jim is unleashing the dragon in Snapdragon. Hey, unleash the dragon. We're ready for it. Unleash the dragon. Anyway, let's get proper into this talk. So here's the thing. Manuel Ugarte had personal terms agreed. Now, what's happening is that PSG are also trying to play difficult. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with these clubs. I think they forget that we have new owners. We have the richest man in the UK, one of the best businessmen in the world, in charge of the football. They don't just waste money just like that. These rich men don't waste money just like that. So Sir Jim is holding out. INEOS are holding out for a lower fee, not more than 40 million pounds at most. Paris Saint-Germain are saying they want around 59 million pounds for Manuel Ugarte. Now, in total, they are saying that's what they would want to hold out for. So that's a bit of the delay right now from what we get. But I don't think there will be a stop to this. The player wants to leave. PSG want to let go of him. They cannot just, because I think they bought him for about 51 million from Benfica, I think they bought for about 51 million. So come on, you cannot say now he's 59 when you don't even want him. Joao Neves is advanced. The talks for Joao Neves are advanced. And the advantage, I told you, remember when I told you guys before that cars were seen, cars with the guest issued cars were seen moving in and out of Carrington in this summer? You remember when I told you that? George Mendes, he's the agent of Joao Neves. He's also the agent of Lenny Yoro. He is as well the agent of Manuel Ugarte. By the way, this guy is selling everyone to Man United. That's the same agent. George Mendes is the same agent of Cristiano Ronaldo. Super agent. This guy, when you see him run, because he will sell you, he can sell you as well. He's dangerous. He sells everything. And I mean, if you look at his portfolio, the players he has, Cristiano Ronaldo, uh, Pedro Neto, Joao Neves, Lenny Yoro, Manuel Ugarte. He has Bernard, what's his name? The Portuguese Silva, Bernardo Silva. He has Ederson. He has, I mean, so many players. So Vitinha, who I thought for me was one of the most exciting Portuguese players at the Euros. He's also a George Mendes player. Man, this guy has players. Yeah? He's worth about £80 million in commission, but I'm sure most of those, of course, money accrued mostly through commissions, but I'm sure most of that commission came by players he sold to Man United and all these big clubs around Europe. So he's a big boy player. He plays the big game. So this is the same guy who is handing Manuel Ugarte, Lenny Yoro, and uh, Joao Neves, players who are in conversations involving United, because, like I said, the arrival of Ugarte is quite dependent on PSG and how advanced they get when it comes to Joao Neves, and it seems they are, as talks are ongoing and looking smooth. So let's go back to the army. So here's the thing: what Sir Jim Ratcliffe is building is, first of all, to bring back that fear. You remember the Busby Babes and then the class of '92. You see, historically, and history repeats itself, but also you cannot go anywhere if you don't know your history. History forms the DNA. The DNA of Manchester United has always been young players built. The academy, young players build. That has been the DNA of Manchester United. All the great Manchester Uniteds from the 1950s and 40s, late I think 40s and until the late 50s, with Sir Matt Busby, the team they had, the Busby Babes, who of course later on died, sadly. Then the class of '92 with Sir Alex Ferguson, and these are the most memorable Man United groups we've had. They always had a group of teenagers who were brought in, given the right manager, put the right structure around them, give the manager, all the atmosphere they need, and work them into something enviable. This is exactly what INEOS are trying to build. And of course, now it cannot be as easy. And of course, it never would have been easy. It's never easy. Otherwise, someone would have done it. But here's the thing. It is definitely going to be more difficult now than it was back then, because the competition now is tighter. There is competition from Man City, there is Arsenal, there is Liverpool, there is Newcastle now emerging, there is Chelsea. There are so many clubs that Aston Villa now has emerged. There are so many forces emerging now. But it doesn't mean it can't work, because not if you look at clubs that are trying to form something now in English football, they're also doing almost the same thing. The likes of Arsenal, Mikel Arteta is trying to build something like that. I think it's an unwritten rule that in football, for you to succeed and be there consistently, you've got to build in a way, not this whole, even Real Madrid, who signed Galacticos, by the way, they also sort of build. They have their kids from their academy. Somehow they have a couple of kids who will come from the academy, who they groom, and of course add in the Mbappes and Jude Bellinghams, but they will have kids they have built over time. So it's always going to be the way to go. Man United had dropped that, and that was terrible. But the profile of the players that INEOS are bringing at Man United, for me, are about to form something exciting, because I've been saying it consistently that it won't make sense for INEOS to bring a bunch of players who can somehow find ways of winning games of football and maybe fumble into a league title, and that's it. We need, in this day and age, we need to be able to play exciting football. Exciting football attracts supporters. Exciting football will get this club more supporters globally, because we need to recruit a generation of Gen Z kids, young players, to love Man United because of the exciting football that kids enjoy today. Football today is different. Kids want things that are fun, that are nice, that are exciting, that rhyme with them, that resonate with them. I think INEOS are putting that in mind with every signing they make. And for me, it's so important. I'll tell you, you look at this squad and you clearly see, tell me which of those kits you wouldn't buy. I think Hoyland's kit will sell like a hot cake. Zax's kit will sell like a hot cake. Ahmad's kit can sell like a hot cake. I think Kobe Maino's kit will run out in the first 5 weeks of the season. Lenny Yoro's kit sell like a hot cake. Alejandro Garnacho will sell like a hot cake. These are brands of players that will certainly bring the fans close to the club. That will resurrect that passion from supporters for this club. So that's why I call it a gang that Jim is trying to build. And in years, we will be looking back and saying, this guy came in his first season and assembled something exciting. Honestly, you look at that group they are putting together and you're thinking, okay, there are no guarantees. Certainly in football, there are no guarantees. But what are the odds? What are the chances that this group will fail? Well, of course, because the competition will be tight. You see, the thing is, what excites us about what Sajim is doing is not really them winning the title in the next season or winning the Champions League in the next 2 seasons. I think for me, first of all, we need to be consistently there in the competition, in the conversation. That when you talk about the biggest clubs in Europe, you will talk about Man United, talk about Man City, talk about Real Madrid. We want to be there in those conversations because we are out of those conversations for so long. Is this a squad that can get us there? Yes. First get there, and once in a while you will win. I don't think Man United is going to dominate and sweep titles for 10 years. It's not happening this day in this day and age in football. No club will do it, but Man United will consistently be in the conversations, exciting supporters that even in the seasons when we don't win the title, for example, you finish second, it's close, you're competing, you're exciting, you're beating Man City away at the Etihad Stadium comfortably. You're disposing of Liverpool at Anfield. You're beating Real Madrid in an away game. You're there in the conversation. Teams shake when they come to face you. You look at that squad and you're saying, how do you face this squad? How do you face this squad? These are young, exciting kids who know their football, who are just going to be given an atmosphere to enjoy their football. That's why INEOS are working on improving the training facility for them. INEOS are working on improving the stadium where they play from. INEOS are working on improving the atmosphere so that when the fans go to watch football, the atmosphere around there creates a space for them to just stay there and love on their club. And when the fans love the club, it all spreads into the players. That's the atmosphere INEOS are trying to build. Honestly, for me, this army, I'm for that. I'm for this gang. I'm for these troops. I'm for whatever Sergeant Ratcliffe and INEOS are doing. I'm backing it up 100%. I don't even care. Honestly, even if for some reason, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, I'm not praying for it to happen, even if for some reason INEOS are somehow not going to add any player now, I'll tell you, I think Man United's window has already been a success, a big success than any other windows we've had. Big one this summer, big success. But the beauty is we are not done. So if Man United fail to agree with PSG on them cutting down the money, then Man United might get Manuel Ugarte on loan with an option of buying him. That is another option. So either way, the player wants to join United. Whichever way you look at it, Manuel Ugarte is becoming a Red Devil. He's joining the gang. He's becoming a gang member. Sir Jim's gang. These are the real Red Devils. Get ready for them. My name is Webb. This is the United Hotspot. Man United is at a whole different realm, I should say. Whole different realm. We're about to unleash the dragon in Snapdragon. Let me tell you, you're not ready for what's coming. You are not ready. Drop down a comment. Let me know in your view which signing has excited you most already, or which one that, of course, we all know now the signings we're about to make. Which one will excite you the most? Which one can't you wait for? The one that will get you off your seat and dancing and jubilating and wiggling, and which signing can't you wait for? Give me your comment, drop it down there, and I'll catch you later. But one more time, spell the word danger. Oh, danger, danger. M-A-N space U. Spell the word hot. Hot, hot. M-A-N space U. So guys, the vocabulary, the dictionary, the grammar has changed. The word danger means Man United. The word hot means Man United. We are back.